So imagine this. You're just sitting in your living room, maybe in your pajamas.
Oh, that sounds like a great morning already.
Right. You're drinking a nice cup of tea. But here's the amazing part. You are suddenly speaking fluent English to someone all the way across the world.
Just completely comfortable, no stress.
Exactly. And you never even had to leave your house to do it. Welcome to English Now Easy, by the way. This is the channel where we make language learning, simple and actually fun.
Because it really should be fun.
It has to be. So today we have a really exciting mission. We are going to break down 6 practical, easy steps to improve your English speaking skills right from your house.
Which I think is a huge relief for a lot of people listening.
Oh, absolutely. Because, learning to speak a language it's kind of like learning to ride a bicycle.
Oh, like that comparison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can read all the manuals you want, right? You can study the parts of the bike, but eventually you just have to jump on and start pedaling.
You really do. But before you even open your mouth to speak, there's actually a step that people usually skip. And it's probably the most important one.
Wait, before you even open your mouth, what do you mean?
Yeah, you need a strong reason to even try. You need to find your why.
Ah, okay. The motivation part of the framework.
Exactly. Because, if you don't have a strong reason, your brain just won't remember the new words. The rule is that your why has to be tangible, emotional, and time-based.
Tangible, emotional, and time-based. Okay, so if I say, I think English is cool, is that a good why?
No, that is actually a terrible why.
Ouch. Okay, fair enough. But why is it bad?
Because English is cool is not going to get you out of bed at 6 in the morning to practice. Doesn't have any real emotion or a deadline.
Right, that makes total sense. There's no pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A great example we talk about in the curriculum is this. Imagine someone says, I want to ask my partner's parents for their blessing to propose.
Oh, wow. That is stressful.
Right. And I need to do it in English in exactly 6 months.
Oh, okay. Now that is a fantastic why. I mean, it is very emotional. It is a specific event. And you have a strict 6-month deadline.
Yes. Your brain is going to work so hard to learn English because, well, the emotional cost of failing is so high.
You definitely do not want to mess up a marriage proposal.
Exactly. So once you have that strong why, the next step is actually training your ears. Listening is actually half of speaking.
Hold on, I need to push back on that a little bit. Isn't listening the exact opposite of speaking? I mean, my goal is to talk, so sitting on my couch watching movies or listening to audio from the British Council or LO.
The English Listening Library online. Yeah.
Right, LO. If I'm just listening to that, isn't that just passive? I feel like I'm doing nothing.
It feels passive, sure. But if you don't listen, a conversation is just a monologue.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, think about it. If you only practice what you want to say, but you can't understand what the other person replies, the conversation just dies immediately.
That is very true. It takes 2 people.
And scientifically, listening trains your brain for the rhythm of the language. English has a very specific music to it. You have to hear that music before you can sing it yourself.
Okay, I love that. You have to hear the music first. So we have our emotional why, and we are listening to a lot of English. We are training our ears.
Right.
But eventually, I do have to practice speaking, right? What do I do if there's nobody else in the room with me?
You become your own teacher. This is the solo practice phase. And the first thing you do is, well, you just start talking to yourself.
Talking to yourself. Okay, you might want to warn your family first so they don't think you're going crazy.
Definitely warn your family. But seriously, just narrate your day.
Yeah.
I am making coffee, or I am opening the window.
Just simple things to get the mouth moving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to pronounce a word, use the Cambridge Dictionary online. It is amazing because it shows you both the US and UK pronunciation.
Oh, that's super helpful because they can sound really different.
They really can. But the absolute best trick for solo practice is what we call the Netflix trick.
The Netflix trick. I am intrigued. How does this work?
So you turn on a TV show.
Right.
You put the English subtitles on. You listen to an actor say a few lines, and then you pause it.
Okay, pause the TV.
Then you take out your phone and you record yourself repeating those exact same lines.
Oh, no. Recording your own voice? That is just, that is embarrassing. Nobody likes hearing their own voice played back to them.
I know, it is completely awful. But remember, you are your own worst critic. Because you spent all that time listening and training your ears, your brain knows what good English sounds like.
So when I hear my own recording, I will immediately hear the mistakes.
Exactly.
You know, that is kind of like, it's like looking in a mirror to fix your hair.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, like if your hair is a mess, you can't just fix it in the dark. You have to actually see the mess in the mirror so you know what part to comb.
Yes, the voice recording is literally a mirror for your mouth. You have to hear the mess to fix the mess.
I love that. Okay, so what if I hear the mess but I don't know how to fix it?
Then you use my favorite YouTube trick.
Lay it on me.
Do not just search for general English pronunciation. Instead, type your native language into the search bar first.
Wait, my native language?
Yes. So, for example, search for Spanish native speaker English pronunciation mistakes.
Oh, wow. That is really specific.
It is,
Yeah.
because a Spanish speaker struggles with completely different mouth movements than, say, a Japanese speaker does.
Right, because of the muscles they use for their first language.
Exactly. By searching for your native language, you get tailored exercises to fix your specific muscular habits.
That is brilliant. It saves so much time. Okay, so solo practice is going great. I'm talking to myself, using the dictionary, fixing my hair in the audio mirror.
In the Netflix trick, yeah.
Right. But there is a problem. Textbook English sounds really unnatural in the real world.
Oh, absolutely. Hello, how are you? I am fine, thank you. Nobody actually talks like that at a coffee shop.
Exactly. You sound like a robot. So to sound natural before talking to real people, you need everyday expressions, right?
Yes, you need idioms and slang. But it depends on your goals.
Going back to the why we talked about earlier.
Right. If you are moving to Australia, you don't need American business vocabulary. You need Australian slang. Or maybe you need phrases for flirting if you want to date.
Phrases for flirting, important stuff. But testing out slang on a real native speaker is, well, it's terrifying for a beginner.
It really is. That is why the next step uses technology. Apps are the perfect bridge to real conversation. They give you a safe place to fail.
A safe place. So it's kind of like putting training wheels on that bicycle I mentioned earlier.
Exactly like training wheels.
Yeah.
You can wobble, you can fall over, you can make mistakes, and nobody gets hurt.
Okay, so what kind of apps are we talking about here?
Well, the first one is Andy. Andy is an AI chatbot.
A chatbot, so
Oh.
you were just typing.
Yes, mostly typing at first. Andy is a robot friend who never sleeps and never gets bored.
That sounds nice, actually. No judgment.
None at all. You can test out conversations and sentence structures without the panic of actually speaking out loud yet.
Okay, I like that. It's a low-pressure environment. What else is there?
Then there's Elsa. Elsa is amazing for pronunciation, specifically the American accent.
How does it work? Does it just tell you if you are wrong?
No, it gives you exact feedback. It tells you exactly how to move your lips and your tongue to make the right sound.
Oh, wow. So it's like a physical trainer for your mouth.
Exactly. And if you just want to practice simple repetition, there is a cheap tool called Learn to Speak English.
Learn to speak English. Keeping the name simple? I like it.
Very simple. It has about 8,000 recorded basic sentences. You just listen and repeat. It builds muscle memory.
Okay, so we have Andy for chatting, Elsa for mouth movements, and Learn to Speak English for repetition.
And there's one more called Mondly.
Mondly, M-O-N-D-L-Y.
Yes. Mondly uses speech recognition. It asks you basic questions, and you have to answer out loud. Then it grades your response.
Oh, that's cool. So it tests your reaction time.
Right. It's really great for beginners, like the A1 to B2 levels.
Okay, so the training wheels are fully on. But eventually those training wheels have to come off, right?
They do. Because true progress requires real people.
The ultimate step.
Yes. Apps are great, but they don't use body language. And they don't suddenly change the subject. To really become fluent, you have to recall vocabulary in real time with another human being.
I am going to be honest with you. Talking to a stranger online sounds terrifying for a beginner.
I completely understand that. It is scary.
Yeah, I mean, your mind just goes blank. You forget every word you ever learned.
That happens to everyone. But you have to remember that communication skills are built one single mistake at a time. It is exactly like building a muscle at the gym. You have to push until it fails, and then it grows stronger.
Okay, so where do we find these people to practice with?
I highly recommend starting with online tutors. Platforms like Reply are great.
Reply. And is that expensive?
Not really. You can find tutors starting around $10 an hour.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
And the best part about a tutor is that they are paid to be patient with you. You can set specific goals and gain confidence in a totally safe environment.
That makes sense. You are paying for a safe space to make mistakes. But what if you are on a really tight budget and can't spend the $10?
Then you could look into language exchanges.
Language exchanges, how do those work?
It's a swap. You find a native English speaker who is trying to learn your native language.
Oh, I see. So if I'm Spanish, I find an American who wants to learn Spanish.
Exactly. You can find them on Reddit or apps like Tandem or a website called Conversation Exchange.
That sounds like a win-win situation.
It is, and this is a really big, but there's a huge danger with language exchanges.
A danger? Like what?
Well, human nature. It is very easy to fall into the trap of only speaking your native language because it's easier for you.
Oh, right. Because if we are both struggling, we will just switch to whatever language gets the point across fastest.
Exactly. You get tired, they get tired, and suddenly you are just speaking Spanish the whole time. You lose the English practice.
So how do you stop that from happening?
You must set strict time limits.
Yep.
You agree before you start. We will speak English for exactly 20 minutes, and then we will speak Spanish for exactly 20 minutes.
And you just have to be disciplined, even if it's awkward.
Especially when it's awkward. That awkward silence is where your brain is actually working hard to learn.
Right, because you are forcing the brain to find the word instead of just taking the easy way out.
Exactly. You have to push through the discomfort.
Well, this has been an incredibly practical guide. I mean, let's just summarize this. Fluency really can happen right in your living room.
It absolutely can.
You just have to find an emotional reason, your why. Then train your ears by listening.
Use technology and apps to practice speaking without fear.
Right. And finally, take the leap and take those training wheels off to speak with real people, either tutors or exchange partners.
That is the whole roadmap.
You know, I want to leave you, the listener, with a final thought today. Think about how you learned your very first language as a baby.
That is always such a great perspective.
Yeah. I mean, did you read grammar books in your crib? No. You just started making noises. You made thousands of mistakes. You babbled, you laughed, and you just kept trying until you got it right.
Babies don't have egos. They aren't embarrassed to sound silly.
Exactly. And that is my challenge to you. Embrace that fearless, childlike mindset today. Give yourself permission to make mistakes.
It is the only way to grow.
Well said. So if this conversation helped make learning English a little easier for you today, hit that like button.
And make sure to subscribe to English Now Easy.
Yes. And please drop a comment below telling us what your emotional why is for learning English. We really want to read them. Until next time, keep practicing and keep making those mistakes.